Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss about Scratch program. What is meant by Scratch program? Scratch programming is a one kind of coding which helps the programmer to create interactive stories, games and animations. With the help of Scratch, you can make the project or we can make the programs by simply dragging and dropping the code blocks. Dragging and dropping the code blocks. See what is meant by code blocks. What is meant by code blocks? See this code block. So this code block, it is a one kind of concept where we can able to apply them in the we can make you can make we can make them or we can use them in the programming to perform any kind of activities. So in order to understand what is meant by code blocks, first of all we need to understand what is meant by program, what is meant by computer program. See, generally the computer programs are set of commands. Computer programs are nothing but a set of commands which gives some kind of instructions to the computer or CPU to solve a particular problem. Okay, so once again I am repeating. Computer programs are set of commands which will have some kind of instructions to complete any kind of activity. So these commands are sent to the computers, that is CPU. So we will send the instructions or commands to the CPU so that the CPU can able to solve a particular program. Generally, these programs are written in C, C++, Java, Python, etc. So we can understand that computer programs are some set of instructions or commands which will be written with the help of programming languages. But in Scratch, in Scratch, we don't write any kind of commands. So those commands are inbuilt. Those commands are available within the blocks, within the concept called blocks. So those are code blocks. So each command will be included in a code blocks so that that code block will be used by the programmer to create a project. So in Scratch, we are not writing any kind of programs. We are simply using the code blocks. In that code blocks, some kind of feed. Instructions are feeded. Instructions are included by the creators. By the creators means the owners of Scratch website. Okay, the owners of Scratch website. So they will provide code blocks. So in that code blocks, we will have some kind of instructions. We will have some kind of instructions. So we can understood that each block will have some kind of functionality. Those functionalities will be included with the help of those functionalities can be included with the help of commands or instructions. These blocks, these blocks are arranged by the programmer. These blocks are arranged by the programmers in in proper order to create programs. In proper order to create programs. So we can understood that, or we can assume that these blocks, these code blocks are like puzzle pieces. These code blocks are like puzzle pieces. If you arrange them, if you arrange the code blocks, puzzle pieces in proper order, then we can get some solution to a particular problem. Next one, these code blocks will be available in different shapes, sizes and colors. Different shapes, sizes and colors. Each block will represent a specific command, means each block will have a functionality. So that functionality will be made or the functionality will be included to the code block with a specific command. With a specific command, we can combine the different code blocks in order to make a project. We can combine the code blocks to create some projects or some programs. Some programs. Next, categories of code blocks. Categories of code blocks. So we already discussed that the code blocks will have some functionalities. So based on the functionality, based on the functionality, we can able to categorize. We can able to categorize them. We can able to classify them based on the functionalities. The code blocks are classified or divided. So how many types the code blocks are divided means they are divided into nine categories. Nine categories. So each block is represented using a shape called circle. So we have to think that our each block will be indicated with the help of a circle with a shape called circle. Each circle has a different color. So each circle has different color. So we can understood that uh, the code block will come with a circle and the circle is in different color. So the color will be changed as per the functionality. The color will be changed as per the functionality. The code blocks which will perform a similar tasks are kept into a same category and will share a common color. So whatever the code blocks will do a same thing, same concept, or I mean a block which will do the same work. Those will be maintained under the same category and they will share a common color. And they will share a common color. Next one. So the first category of the code blocks are first one is motion. First one is motion. First category of the code blocks is motion. So then what is meant by motion? So these motion code block are responsible to make the characters to move, spin and glide. So the responsibility of the motion block is to make the characters on the screen to move or spin or glide around the screen. Okay. So when we are doing some kind of projects in the Scratch program, we have to create n number of characters. We have to create n number of characters. So these characters should move and should spin and should glide around the screen in order to make some kind of activity. For that reason, we will use the motion block so that we can move the characters, we can spin the characters, and we can glide the characters. So then, what is the color of blocks? So what is this color means? The dark blue color is the color of this motion block. So under this motion block, there are 18 subcategories are there. There are 18 subcategories are there. So finally, we can conclude that motion block will control the position, direction, and the speed of the characters which are present on the screen. Which are present on the screen. So that is about motion code blocks. That is about motion code blocks. So next one. So this is the screenshot which is taken from the Scratch website. These are the subcategories. These are the subcategories of the. These are the sum of the subcategories of motion block, like move 10 steps, turn 15 degrees, turn reverse 15 degrees, go to some random position. So these are the some kind of subcategories present under the motion block. In the practical session, I will demonstrate. I will demonstrate it each and every subcategory of the motion code block. Next one, looks block. So what is the role of looks block? So as the name indicates, the looks block will allows the programmer to control the appearance of the character on the stage, to control the appearance of the character on the stage. Okay, so the main thing is it should it should control the appearance of the character. So finally, we can conclude that the looks block is used to change the costumes, to show or hide the character on the screen, and we can change the size of the character also on the screen. So what is the color of looks block is purple. Purple is the color of the looks block, and there are around 20 blocks under them. So 20 subcategories are present in the looks block. Looks block. So next one. So this is the screenshot of the looks block. So these are the subcategories of the looks block. These are the subcategories of the looks block. So we will see them in the practical session. Next one, sounds block. Sounds block. So as the name indicates, we can able to add the sounds to the characters which are present in the project. In each and every project, we have to make some kind of characters. So those characters will do some kind of activity. So during to showcase the activity of the objects or characters which are in the Scratch project, will need some kind of sound. So we'll need, if you include sound means, then it will the appearance of the characters will be good. So in order to control the sounds, related to the characters, it is possible with the help of this sound block, this sound code blocks. So we can say that adding and controlling of the sounds of the sprites. So what is meant by sprites? So sprites, the sprites is the other name for the characters or objects which are present on the screen. So sprites are backdrops. So sprites and backdrops are the other names for the characters or objects which we are created on the screen. So what are the colors? What are the colors of this sound block? So the sound code blocks will have pink or magenta in color. Next, what are the subcategories? What are the subcategories of this code blocks, this sound code blocks? So these are the subcategories. These are the subcategories. These are the subcategories of the sound code blocks. So this is the concept related to the Scratch programming. So remaining topics will be discussed in the next video.